Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are working on a 2014 Hyundai Azera. The model years are between 2012 to 2017. We're doing the door lock actuator. I've already put the new one in. I've already got everything pretty much back together almost. However, I will show you as much as I can. So the whole thing will have to come out just to get the door lock actuator out. This is here held in by two different 8mm bolts or screws. There's one underneath the actual door handle. It's actually right here. Once that is tightened, it's also the only one with a Phillips head screw for the whole door handle assembly. Once that is done, you will install, and then it should just slide forward like that. And there is this end cap piece here that has the other 8mm piece, and all you have to do is just get these two. As you can see there, it just slid in, and that's all you have to do. To secure this end cap piece though, the 8mm is right there. However, this is not held in place like most most manufacturers will, so you do not want to lose that screw. Let me go put that in real quick, and again, it is an 8mm. Alright, I've snugged it in. Make sure you don't do too hard, it will strip out. There is a little plastic cap I'll put on in over this. The door lock actuator is held in by three T27 threaded bolts. It's relatively easy to just take off after that, after this I will show you how to put the door and window regulator back together. Alright, so here's the window regulator. The speaker here is a separate piece which I can separate later. I know these are Torx bit. I'll have to take a look and quickly get the correct size to tell you what those will be if you need to change those speakers. But the door has a wire harness that goes all the way across, and it comes through. There's a huge hole in the plastic window regulator here, and on the other side there's this, which goes to the actual door lock actuator right there. The other one, this goes to this touch handle, or the push button handle for your easy access in here. Now this will simply just click in. In fact, this is how it goes in. The little tab is easier to, when you get it out, it's easier to put a little small flathead screwdriver in there, as there is literally no way to actually just finger this little clip down or push it in. When I got in here, this here was inside this, so we will reinstall it that way. This whole black piece, by the way, I've noticed it slides to and from, so this is probably so this doesn't break, or you won't have that unlock or that push button issue, I guess, in the future. Anyways, there's a bunch of these little hooks here, and what you want to do is get this wire to go through here, and they'll be going up here, they'll go up and around, they'll come back through here, down a little bit, and then they'll come across so you can get that plugged in, and then the actual hooks will come down to your inner. There will be one loop here, and then it comes through that hole again. You also got to make sure about when you take this off, these are usually just a slide in. There might be a little bit of an issue, who knows. Just a little bit of wiggling up and down. I got it to come out, so heads up on that. Alright, I got it in. This is the door handle lock wire, and this is the lock actuator cable. You do have to feed them through your window regulator here. Simple push this back in. I would recommend when you do this, take your window regulator motor off. This is where it will sit. There's three 10mm that hold it in. and then get your window to where you can get to access to this 10 millimeter and the 10 millimeter bolt here. This holds in your window. This is actually just secured straight to your window. This one is a clamp that holds onto your window. This one doesn't have to come out all the way. This one will. Easy, pretty easy in itself. Here's the wire. It runs up through here. Let's see, this plug goes into, I think this is a impact sensor. Plug it in and then push the little red tab up. Some people will need a flathead screwdriver to get that down. It was pretty simple for this one. I was able to use, as you can see, I barely have any nails, and I still was able to pull it down. Let's see, this is for your door panel. Here's your mirror here. Simple little clip-in. Let's see, I've got this. Oh, here's your speaker wire plug-in. Make sure you get that in, otherwise you won't have speakers. And give me a second. Alright, so here we go. Here's the motor for your window regulator. I'm going to go ahead and install it just so I can have this stay secured right here. And the window regulator, as you take the motor out, it will spin freely. So as I put this back in, I'm holding it secure the best I can. Now the window regulator has 3 10 millimeters, or you can use the Torx bit in there. That is a T20 Torx bit. The speaker also is used with a T20. Your choice. I prefer to go with the 10 millimeter head to take it off. Take these screws out. Again, it's your preference. Come on. I wonder if this one slipped out. You got to be careful. Sometimes the actual. Oh, I think I'm putting it in the wrong one. There we go. Sometimes though these will slide out, and you will need to push them back, or use this little hole here, and get your finger in there and hold it in while you try to get one of those screwed in. It seems like this was just a simple. I got the wrong hole. Here's the clip for the motor. There's 2 tabs on either side when you are removing it, so you will have to pinch it from both sides. This one, I'm putting it on, and there you go. These have their own plastic piece here. Let me grab that real quick. Alright, so here's the piece for the door handle and your door lock. The smaller is the door lock, so this is your door lock here. This is your door handle. The thing has 2 slots in it. All you will have to do is just simply get it in there. Make sure both of these little pins here on the end get into each of those slots on either side, and you will be able to have them all set. It actually goes in like this, so you're also going to have to put these little grooved pieces into these open slots here. Alright, now the plastic piece here, your window regulator, is held in by 10 of these 10 millimeter screw bolts here. They're all spaced out throughout the whole, that's the part of the window regulator there. It's spaced all the way around, and that's probably why in my term when I use 10 millimeter, I'm already got the 10 millimeters all the way around, you know, the whole door. I got to use a 10 millimeter here, a 10 millimeter here. I'm already using a 10, so why not just use the 10 there? Is my point of thinking. The last thing now I got to do is drop the window. I got to disengage that, slide it down, carefully make sure it's I get this lined up, and I get that hole, and there's a little tab in the back lined up, and then a 10 millimeter. This is the only one with a Phillips head screw. I noticed this one was a solid 10 millimeter, and so this one will go through and it'll screw into the window in the back there and hold it in place. And once I get that done, I'll show you. All right, there we go. So this is not really the easiest thing to do. This has a slot or groove for the 10 millimeter here, and this is just the rubber grip that you tighten that and it'll be secured. Problem is this window is a not so easy to install. Don't ever let YouTube fool you. It is not easy. I had to take the whole window regulator out in this case, and just so I could get this installed correctly. So beware that it isn't easy to do, and it is quite a bit of hard work to get that in. Once you get it in, you have basically almost done. The last thing now you got to do is attach your door panel, and then attach your door handle. And just before I put everything back away, I always like to make sure the window will seal correctly.